When you're new to mixing audio, you often don't understand what sounds good or what sounds bad when you listen to a particular sound. For example, listen to this snare drum. On the whole, it sounds pretty good. An average student who is new to this may not understand what the problem could be. However, there are resonances in here that as your ear becomes more developed, you'll be able to recognize straight away as being a problem and could cause problems for your mix further down the track when you're trying to balance a snare drum with not only the other instruments in the drum set, but also the other guitars and bass and vocals. So one thing we can do inside EQs, and you can do it on any EQ, it doesn't have to be the FabFilter Pro Q4 that I'm using here, is you can boost frequencies to figure out where the resonances are that you don't want to have. And you do it like this. Just take one single band, we'll boost it up, and I'll make the bandwidth or the Q very narrow. And I'm going to sweep this from left to right to figure out where does it sound the worst. I can hear there around about 200 Hertz, just above 200 Hertz. It's got a really horrible, what I could describe as a boinking type sound. So I'm going to take that frequency there and remove it down to the negative areas. And so it'll remove that resonance from the drum. Now, often you'll find there's more than one resonance that needs to be taken out. And often I find the next resonance that needs to be removed is the octave above that. So if this frequency here is at 215 Hertz, I would expect to find another frequency which is not very nice around about between 400 and 450 Hertz. So let's have a look for that. I'm going to create another band, boost it up, make my frequency very narrow, make the gain nice and big, and I'm going to sweep this through, paying special attention around the 400 Hertz area. And yeah, around about 430 Hertz, I can hear that's also an issue. Now, one thing you may have noticed, when you turn any frequency up really loud like this, it can make every frequency sound bad. However, some frequencies are definitely worse than others. So going through and turning them up, you focus on which frequencies have the biggest problems. And I'm going to focus on trying to find one more, so around about 425 Hertz, 430 Hertz. I should expect to find another one around about 850 or 860 Hertz as also being an issue. Can hear that frequency coming through quite strongly there. So if I bring that back, so let's have a listen to our sound now for a snare drum without the EQ on, and then with the EQ. We can hear actually the kick drum leakage that is coming through there. It also sounds a whole lot better as well with those frequencies being removed. And following on from a previous video, it is also a good idea to use a high pass filter to remove any frequencies down the bottom end that shouldn't be coming through that channel, such as the bass drum. Let's try it without it. We hear lots of guitar leakage as well. And with it. And this is the first step in EQing. By doing this, you remove the resonances. I would now add another EQ after this and look to shape the sound of the snare drum a little bit more, paying special attention to how it interacts with the kick drum and the other parts of the drum kit and all the other instruments. But for now, this will be my first starting point for most instruments to figure out which resonances need to be removed. One last thing, I've been quite extreme with my removal here. I'd probably actually back them off a little bit less than that, so it wouldn't be quite so much in the end.